So one of the things that we love to do with our feature exhibits is partner with any number of organizations, and this being Milwaukee, any opportunity we get to partner with somebody that makes beer is an ideal opportunity. So in this case, we were working with Indeed Brewing Company to produce a beer that's kind of inspired by the Lady Elgin story. The Lady Elgin was a paddle wheel steamer on the Great Lakes. It was one of the nicest steamers being used in the 1850s. It was really kind of the steamer of choice. And it went between Chicago and a number of Great Lakes cities, but it also could be chartered for excursions. So in 1860, a bunch of Milwaukeeans, primarily Irish from the 3rd Ward, chartered it to go down to Chicago, ostensibly to hear Stephen Douglas speak. Stephen Douglas was running against Abraham Lincoln at that time for president. And amongst this group of Irish was an Irish militia, and they were going for a fundraiser to sort of further their efforts in actually sort of resisting the push for the Civil War. After a day of listening to speeches and dancing and things like that, the ship was loaded up and was on its way back to Milwaukee when a storm came up. They were rammed in the storm by another ship who was running without lights. And that ship continued on thinking that the Lady Elgin was fine, but after about 20 minutes, the Lady Elgin broke up, sank rapidly, and though many people clung to pieces of wood and whatever they could find and were in the water for a number of hours, ultimately approximately 300 people perished in the sinking. And it's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, loss of life on the open water in the Great Lakes ever.
We're making a foreign export stout, and it's going to be called Lady Elgin in commemoration of the ship that sank in 1860. Kind of a tribute to the Irish immigrants' lives that were lost in the sinking of the ship. When you think of Irish beer, you think of Guinness, or maybe you think of Harp Lager or something like that. And it seemed a little too easy to just like make a Guinness clone or like make some light lager. So we did a little bit of digging into maybe like lesser known styles from the Irish tradition and found that we can make something a little bit different and maybe a little bit more fun than just trying to clone a Guinness. It's going to be about an 8% stout, chocolatey and roasty and just kind of perfect for this time of year.
And this is just it's a win-win situation for all involved. We get to help tell our story, we get to produce an interesting product, and it really does speak to how we as the Historical Society want to be integrated into the community and collaborate in as many different ways as we possibly can.